follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, we are YBM Chat Podcast. Instagram at YBM Chat. You can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at YBM Chat.
Hey, it's Dashia D.
Hey, it's Cassondra.
Hey, it's Tre'Dub.
Hey, it's LadiiNova.
And we are
YBM Chat.
young Black millennials offering you a fresh new take you didn't know you needed.
Boy, ye.
So boy goes out to every officer that thinks that thinking is their strong suit, because clearly it's not. Sorry to all the parents that may be listening to this and think we're so kind, but you can suck a dick from the back twice on a Tuesday.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Because
That's new.
because I'm over it. So Dante Wright is gone because an officer thought that she was grabbing her taser. We had a law enforcement class in high school, and that's one of the things that I remembered, that their gun is on your dominant side. So for me, if I was an officer, my gun would be right here because I'm right-handed, and my taser would be over here. So that's one. You're not going to have them both at the same time because they're not going to fit, and it's just common sense. But for somebody in Minnesota, you have a yellow taser, bright yellow, and a light will go off, and you're supposed to say taser, taser, taser when shooting it. Clearly, none of those things happen, and she thought that by resigning, she would be okay, and people would kind of be over it, I guess. Like, she's taking herself out of the equation. No, honey, they are getting you, I believe, for second-degree manslaughter, murder. So if the sun comes out, motherfuckers getting vaccinated, and they think, oh, we got superhuman powers because we got vaccinated. Let's go back to the dumb shit.
Johnson.
That. So if you're going to get vaccinated, please be aware. Oh yeah, honey, they cut that Johnson baby powder.
I did,
Yeah.
They told us about the baby powder, and they was like, if you've used this, make sure you don't have ovarian cancer. And I'm like, that's been shoved in my diapers my entire life.
But you know how much stuff Johnson & Johnson make? Not even just baby stuff, but they make so much stuff that people don't think about.
I know, but that's what makes it sad, because a lot of their stuff is what's causing issues. So what is it, Pfizer and the Moderna?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two that people should be about.
If your job offering Johnson & Johnson and that's your only choice, I mean, I had it, I ain't dead yet, so we'll see.
Wow, that's a way to look at it.
Well, but didn't you take Johnson Johnson, and what happened to you? How long?
No. I took Johnson Johnson after I was in the hospital, sir. I've been on my deathbed a month, and then I took the Johnson & Johnson like a week and a half, 2 weeks later. Trey ain't gonna have people thinking Johnson & Johnson killed me. Did you please edit this part out?
I'm not.
Trey gonna have people.
I am not going to edit it out at all.
Trey gonna have people thinking Johnson & Johnson killed me. No.
That girl been laying prone for a month.
Okay.
I had Moderna, and I haven't had any issues, so.
My coworker took Moderna, and he said after the second shot, he felt he was sick. I was like, how the flu shot give you the flu? Hey, but Pfizer all the way. I took it. The only thing that for me was just I was super tired after both shots, and my arm was hurting. That's all.
Johnson & Johnson only got to get one and done.
Literally, with your life.
That makes it sound worse.
That's probably the
just you done all right.
That makes it sound worse. Everybody's
One
getting
and
2
done.
shots. You talk about one and done.
Well,
But you know,
it is what it is at this point. Too late now. Shoot.
I think they said it's causing blood clots
Blood clots.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get
That is
that.
not
I'm
safe
on
for
blood
pregnant
thinners right
women.
now anyway, so I'm fine. I mean,
That-
that's the way
You're
right now.
fine, but not everyone's on blood thinners.
Oh, and Trey, I'm not on blood thinners for that. I've been on blood thinners before I took that vaccine. Trey, you know what?
I'm diagnosing you. It was a Johnson Johnson shot that put
No.
my friend in the hospital for almost a month.
Okay,
I've
Mr.
diagnosed you.
WebMD. Girl, my leg hurt. You got gout.
You have been diagnosed. Yes, DeAndre went LPN, MSN,
All
CBC,
of the latest.
HIM, NMLP.
Why are we like this? There's also a case out here, a situation with a young black man and a white army person. I don't know what his rank was. I don't care. He was threatening the boy for being in the neighborhood. It was what they call the Summit out in Columbia, South Carolina, claiming that he was in the wrong neighborhood and they're a tight-knit community. Mind you, this army person just moved here from like Idaho or Iowa, so he knows nothing about the community, saying that he was walking over there because that same guy made a post on Marketplace about selling a washer and dryer. So most people know if you're going to put stuff on Marketplace in your location, people are going to follow up on it, or if you're close to them, they'll walk in that area to see what it's about. The guy made a big deal about it, started putting his hand on him, telling him he don't belong there. So he's lived in that neighborhood for a long time. And the boy was like, so where do you live? Why won't you tell me where you live? Where's your house at? Well, we don't have to tell you that. He's like, but you're asking me the very same thing. And or something. He was arrested that same day. And then a lot of people from the community came out and was over there for like 8 hours, protesting in front of the house and everything. And then the wife was like, we had the police come and remove us because we were being harassed and our yard was being vandalized. Yeah, they put 3 little signs in their yard that said Black Lives Matter. Like I said on the post, we're not Jesus. We ain't turning the other cheek. We not had enough of that shit. Enough is enough. And then his claim for how he couldn't be racist, and this is what's really going to piss y'all off. His claim for why he can't be racist is because his favorite candy is dark chocolate and he jerks off to Ebony Thorn. That's the most racist thing you could say because first of all, we don't even call ourselves Ebony. That's something that y'all came up with for y'all porn. I've never heard anybody say that I am an ebony woman. Unless they were featured in Ebony. And like Daisha said before, what does that mean because you jerk off to them? Y'all love having sex with us, but you don't want to be seen with us.
They love a good jungle fever.
I mean,
I'm
his
saying
ancestors raped
Or
black
I was
women
about to say.
that were enslaved, so that means nothing to say that, I am sexually, you can be sexually attracted to someone and not value them because you see them as an object and that's it, that's all.
Okay.
I wanted to shed light to that. I'm not going to dive into it, but there was a school shooting here in Knoxville at Austin East High. And over the course of like the last few weeks, actually, there have been a few kids that have died due to gun violence. And this is the 5th kid this year, and it's just April. They are not coming straight out with the full story of what happened, and it is police involvement. It's very corrupt, and there's a lot of people involved that are higher up in ranks, but I just wanted to put that out there. And I think this is why people say things like we want to defund the police, or we want to reimagine policing in this country, because of course policing started as them rallying up slaves who were trying to escape, right? They're basically continuing to do that. They shouldn't be hunting us down day in and day out for us to just end up behind bars or dead before 21 or 30.
It's very hard for me to try to differentiate good cop from bad cop or whatever because the good cops ain't saying nothing. If you can't stand up against your partner, I know people be like, I'll lose my job or whatever. I'm sorry, but I guess I would never be working because you stick me with somebody bad, I'm coming every time. I guess y'all gonna have to blackball me.
I don't
It's like
know
you have
why.
to use that opportunity to like actually. No, I was saying you can actually use the opportunity to like let you know that your partner is wrong. You know, y'all have the same training, right? So, like
clearly, everybody nationwide need a retraining. We don't know what the difference is between a taser and a gun. We shooting ourselves in the leg. Like everybody needs a retraining, clearly. But what I was going to say,
we going to different apartments.
The whole good cop thing, there is no way that you as a person of color or a woman that goes into the police force, you have to be aware of the fact that you're going into a system that is effed up, for lack of better words. And simply you just being you is not going to change things. Like, you have to start with the root of it and what it's built on. And that's not going to start with just you as an individual being nice. That's just not how it works. It's not. So I'm tired of hearing that whole good cop. There's good cops. No. Throw the whole tree away. Start over.
The whole thing.
Also, I wanted to add, if you are a white person following me, and I choose to post something that is dealing with what's going on, and it makes you uncomfortable, I care not. Because it's uncomfortable. Other people in society make us uncomfortable being in our skin. We don't get to choose if we wake up today and be Black or not. It's not a choice. We live in this skin and we are who we are. So if you're uncomfortable, that's something that you need to work through for yourself. That is not my problem, that is yours. Moving on. So trying to shift things slightly to a brighter note, we'll see. I was having a conversation the other day with a friend of mine who's in their 20s, and they asked me, like, do you ever feel like something is missing in life? And I was like, yeah. Don't quite know what that thing is, but I do feel like something is missing. And so they were like, well, what is it? And I said, I guess fulfillment. And me basically trying to figure out, what does fulfillment even mean to me, or what does that look like? And to me, being fulfilled is feeling settled, feeling stable and happy, and trying to figure out what are those aspects of my life that will allow me to feel that way. Whether that's career, love life, personal health, whatever the thing is. So do y'all agree with that definition, or would you add or take away something to that?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like basically kind of a conglomerate of things between, well, I guess a personal choice of whether you feel fulfilled, whether that be in a relationship, a friendship, a job, financially, that's kind of like the way I would define it. So yeah, kind of piggyback off of you.
Now with the Oxford definition too, it says satisfied or happy because of fully developing one's ability or character. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Come on, Peter.
But one thing
you're not your 1-year-old.
Right. One thing I did think about was, will we ever truly reach a point of fulfillment if we're constantly playing the comparison game when it comes to our friend groups, or when it comes to on social media, when people put their best foot forward? Like, will you ever truly feel fulfilled if you're constantly thinking like, well, this person has this and they're this age, and this person has bought a house and they're this age and they're married and they have this career and blah, blah, blah. Like, do you feel personally that you will ever feel fulfilled?
Not comparing, no, but you can feel fulfilled in general, yeah.
I think you can just feel fulfilled in the moment, because of course you never know when stuff is going to happen. A breakup could happen. You could go bankrupt for God knows whatever, for whatever reason. So I mean, there is a moment of fulfillment, but I would say it probably won't last long, depending on whatever happens in your life. So
I agree with Tre'Dub. You got to take things as they come. You can't expect. Like me now, my brother, I can't expect because he's got a house at this age that when I turn his age, that I'm going to automatically have it. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to have it. I just got to work towards it. People who go based off of social media, I honestly feel bad for them. I didn't have that mindset I haven't had that mindset since I started Facebook, and I was probably like 12 or 13 when I shouldn't have had a Facebook because it wasn't meant for us when it first came out. So that was me back then. Me now is like I see this stuff and I'm like, if you happy, you happy. I'm not gonna go based off of you. Oh, well, I'm 24 and I got a car. It's like, okay, and you also have a
Yeah.
car note, and I don't.
Mhm.
So that's one of my fulfillments. I say there. I have a car, regardless if my daddy did buy that car. I have a car that is paid off. I am fulfilled because I don't know what it's like to have a 600, 700 car note every month.
Girl, you don't want it. Take the
Don't
whole
want
car
it.
back.
So I was
Don't-
asking that for y'all to answer it personally. Like, do you current day, today, April,
Oh.
whatever day it is, do you feel fulfilled in your life?
Oh,
So are
And
you
if
talking about
so,
fulfilled
and if not,
to-
why not?
Okay.
got it.
Well, like I said, that one aspect for me, car wise, yes, because people our age group feel like you should have something off of a lot. A lot of people think that fixer uppers are an issue and you always be looking for another car or whatever. I've had a car for 3 years and it's brought me so much joy because I can get in it and go whenever I feel like it. And I don't have to worry about somebody coming and tow my car at any given point. That's one of my fulfillments. Do I wish that I was at another part of my life? A lot of times I do, but circumstances happened that was out of my control. I didn't ask for the fucking pandemic. It just came. So I had to take the punches and roll with it. But I'm still not going to be sitting here at 25 feeling like, oh my God, I'm not married. I don't have a house. Everybody else has kids. I'm like, that's what fulfilled them. What's going to fulfill me, like Trey said, day by day, my next thing is completing my master's degree. That's what's going to fulfill me.
Yeah.
I'm still working towards that. So podcast, that fulfills me because it's helping me with my other degree. I'm not going to go based off everybody else and be like, oh, well, she moved last year. I'm like, okay, what did she move for? Because they're still out there complaining and ain't nothing happening. So are you fulfilled or was that just a conversation piece?
Trey and Cassondra?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said before, I think fulfillment is different for everyone, but for me personally, right now, I do feel fulfilled. The year kind of started off extremely rough for me, but within a month and a half, turned drastically for the better. You know, I'm now in a better position as far as like my job and also financially. So right now, I'm in the space where I'm fulfilled right now until the next thing. I don't know what that next thing's going to be yet, but I'm just kind of living in a happy moment right now. So yeah, I definitely feel I'm going to be fulfilled. Well, I am fulfilled right now and plan to continue that. God willing, nothing bad happens. So I don't know. I really don't know what the next thing is going to be for me right now. So I'm just kind of like, just living in the moment right now and, taking it day by day until, I decide what's going to fulfill me even more. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do feel fulfilled in some aspects. Like I feel like fulfilled in my relationship. And then my family, we got Slinky, damn dog. And in my career right now, if you had asked me that a few months ago, I would have said that job could have kissed my ass. But right now, like I do feel fulfilled with it, like I like it, I'm happy. I mean, I love my job. Only thing that I don't completely feel fulfilled with is my personal health. Because I do want to eat better, work out, and just kind of be more healthy or go back to how it was before. People always say, oh, you get in a relationships and you get happy weight. I'm blaming it on that 100%, but got out of hand. So we are gonna get back on that. So that is something that I'm not completely fulfilled with, and we take steps to work toward it and get better.
I'm actually glad you brought that up.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm actually glad you brought up the personal health thing too, because that's been something that I've been kind of struggling with internally for a while. Because like especially when the pandemic hit, my weight was up and down. As far as like working out too much or not working out enough or whatever. But now kind of like you, I'm working on that that's kind of like that's probably be my fulfillment in the next couple of months or whatever, because I got some trips planned, so I'm trying to be shirtless.
Right.
I'm trying to be shirtless in these pictures, man.
Of
And
course,
on
he
top
got
of
trips
that,
I'm glad
like,
you
planned.
brought that
this
up.
is different.
I said, of course, he got trips planned.
Right. He never still.
Actually, my background is different. I'm in Charleston, so. But yeah, so I plan to be naked.
Lord.
Not naked. So
Stay tuned.
Transparent, I would say that I do not feel fulfilled right now in my life. I think that on the outside looking in, going back to the whole social media thing, for people who don't know me personally and they just know what I post, they're just gonna say, oh well, she went to school, she has a job, she has a place to stay, she has a car. Now pause. Yes, I am grateful that I have those things. I'm able to take care of myself. But I think that it's one thing to be grateful, it's another thing to feel fulfilled. I think they're two separate things. And as far as my career goes, I know that I want to continue helping people and empowering people. Don't know that I want to do it in the same space that I'm currently doing it in. Doing the podcast has shown me that I need more creativity in my life, because naturally I'm more of a creative person. I'm a thinker, but naturally I am more of a creative person. So I would like to incorporate more of that into my life. And then as far as buying a house, things like that, I know I'm not there yet. So I'm not concerned about that. That'll happen when it happens. Health-wise, it's been a journey. It's going to continue to be a journey. I think I've gotten way further than I ever have. So that's good. But I'm still not fulfilled yet with that, because I'm not where I would like to be. And as far as love goes, it's ghetto. So, so that is continuing to be in a great space for me right now. So no, overall, I do not feel fulfilled, but I would hope and think that at some point, everything will fall into place the way that it's supposed to be.
That's your love life being ghetto.
I mean, listen, I think
Love
most
is ghetto.
20-year-olds' love life is ghetto, because most
Love is
people this
ghetto.
age
Ugh.
are not in, I don't want to say most people. There are a lot of people who are our age that are not in healthy long-term relationships. Some of them are in long-term relationships, but they're not necessarily healthy. That's just what they post on social media. So, just saying. So, but that was gonna be my question, because it seems like a lot of y'all were talking more about gratitude versus fulfillment. Because y'all were like, well, I have a car, and I got this and I got that. But to me, that's more saying, okay, I'm grateful for this, but are you truly feel like, all right, this is the last stop. If nothing about my life changes today, I'm good. That's really where I'm coming at with the fulfillment thing. Because for me, if nothing changes of my life today, I would not be good.
Oh no, I want a baby.
Oh, wow.
I want a little chunk of milk. I want a family. I want 3 whole little babies.
Keep that energy over there.
And they're all gonna be chunky. And then y'all
Hold
can
that
babysit.
there.
Get a baby
I
each.
shan't. I willn't. I won't.
just saying,
Baby food.
It won't be all
I'm
3.
just not in the
Y'all
rush.
each get one.
Okay, so you want to expand your family, but what do you feel like? Well, you can share this if you want to. What's the roadblock to getting to that?
You asking the wrong person.
You the one who just said, I want a chunk of milk, I want a baby.
I know.
About you.
She's saying talk to the daddy.
Right.
That's what she's saying.
I know, like, we've had this conversation before too, and I actually had to sit down and understand where he was coming from, because, like, y'all know he's from Marion, which is a small town in South Carolina, and they didn't really used to travel much at all. In fact, when he came to Charleston, it just was like a big deal, But as for us, like, we used to travel all the time. Like, my mama always took us places. She made her mission to make sure we got out, even if it was just to, like, Myrtle Beach or something, like, she'd take us to New York and Miami. Like, she made sure we got out and explored. So now I'm just like, we've been out the country and we've done stuff. I want to have a family, but he's saying, I haven't traveled. I do want to travel without having to worry about a kid coming with us. Or even if the kid doesn't come with us, if the kid stays with somebody, you would still worry about them. You know, like, are they okay? What's happening? Are they at the hospital? You know, like, it's not like a true relaxation when you have a child. And I was like, I do get that. So we can travel more. And then also it's almost like if you have a kid, not saying you can't travel, but that money we could have used to travel is now going to buying stuff for the baby or buying diapers and wipes and formula, you know, stuff like that. So we did have to come up with a compromise. But I said within the next year, you know, I understand COVID stopped the traveling and everything, but I mean, people getting vaccines, stuff's opening back up. So
health-wise too, though, not just that.
Huh? You said what?
I said I would think health-wise too that would affect you, you know.
Oh no, I mean, I should be okay. I mean, we ain't going hiking or nothing, like nothing physical, you know, like.
I'm talking about being pregnant.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing. That's what the doctor said too, and he said it so bluntly. And at first, I was like, "This man is a dick," but I understood what he was talking about. You know, he was like, "I don't mean to say it like this, but I'm glad you came to the hospital with the heart problems when you did, because what if you came and you were pregnant?" You know, he said that could have been horrible for you and the baby. He said you and your baby could have died. You know, because people get, you know, preeclampsia or high blood pressure and high blood pressure and all kind of stuff. So he was like, good thing you aren't pregnant. So he was like, get your health in shape first and then decide to have a kid, because also, not saying you can't carry a baby when you're bigger, but he was like, it's kind of difficult and it puts other strains on your heart because you're forming a human. So that's another thing he was talking about. Like, make sure you get fully in shape, not even in shape, but just healthy and happy, and then decide to have a kid.
So basically what I'm hearing is you would feel more fulfilled with motherhood, but in order to get there, you have some steps that you need to get done.
And so I guess that's what I was saying earlier, even about my personal health, you know, like get more healthy, get in shape, do what I have to do to get there, and then, you know, I'd feel happier, healthier, and then we can have a kid and then also travel. But
okay, so Trey and LadiiNova, if nothing changed about your life today, would you be okay with it?
I guess on that standpoint, I would, and it's going to sound bad, so maybe it's like an asshole, but I feel like I'd be fulfilled once I'm somewhere by myself, because that's what I'm used to. So this is me being home, like, came home for a purpose, of course. I never want to take away from that. Since I was little, that's been my dream of getting money so I can give back to my parents. Although I come off as an asshole and a dick on here and to other people, that's really all I really wanted, was like to be able to have money and be like, oh, my daddy wants a new truck, boom, I can get him a new truck. My mama wants to go to Barcelona, let's go to Barcelona. It's available for us to go do. But that me being back around not just family, but people in general, knowing that people will pop up to the house or whatever, it's kind of gotten my mental state kind of messed up, because I'm not used to that anymore. Because I've been gone so long, I'm used to being by myself, and just kind of doing things on my own terms. And now with older people around and other people that really want to help, I don't mind it, but they're also not listening to what it is that I'm aiming for. And it becomes frustrating, and that sets me back mentally, and I try not to fuss at them or be disrespectful to my elders, or even being here with my brother and my sister. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind being here. I love my siblings, I do. But when I leave, I probably won't be talking to them for like a week and a half, because I've been here for a week and a half. So kind of done. Then I have to go back home to my parents and do it all over again. And it's like, I need space to just do me. So once I get that space to get back to my regular routine of whether it's taking a shower at 4 a.m., blasting my music, walking around in my drawers.
Oh God.
Being able to like have the food in there that I want, because I had to be conscious now, seeing as my daddy, he's doing better. Certain things he's not supposed to have that he tried to sneak. So I try not to have certain stuff around there to cause him to have any setbacks. But then you got my mama who's constantly trying to shove eggplants and stuff in meals. And I'm like, I don't want that. Well, let's do a diet. I don't need a diet. I can guarantee you my ass is probably 103. And by the time I do go to the doctors, they're going to tell me you're 97 pounds.
She want to get that so bad, y'all. She want to be
that's the other fulfillment. It's just the roadblock there for me is I don't want to work out. Cassondra asked me almost every other weekend, let's walk the bridge.
And she said no faithfully.
Let's take a picture of the bridge from the computer. How about we do that? Walk around your apartment complex. I can do that. I don't want to. The bridge.
Cassandra just want to do it at like 4 a.m. That's why.
Before the sun
girl, I
comes
do.
up, no, because who gonna be
Cassondra.
walking the bridge in a damn summer in a damn
But
heat?
Cassondra, you know me. You know I'm just closing my eyes at 4:30.
Right, but so don't close your eyes, and then we can just go. So when you come home,
And then you
go
want to
sleep.
walk. Then you want to go have brunch. I'm tired.
Right, and
You
then
don't know how
after
to
that, you
take
just go to
naps.
sleep.
Cassandra, you don't take naps.
I really don't.
To the gentleman that was on here with us, Will, I know he would get me in shape, but I'm not mentally prepared to do what he wants me to do. I want to move. So why would I want to eat healthy now and then go to Texas with all this delicious food and be like, I can't?
Listen, because they got
Stupid.
they
Moderation.
got some good food.
Nope, I don't know moderations. Turkey Huts, Daiquiri drive-through, Shell Shack,
Yeah.
Genghis.
You'll find chickens. Everything in moderation. That'll fulfill you. Fulfill that gut. So yeah, so to answer the way you put it, Desha, what would fulfill me more is definitely my fitness. I would love to, but one thing especially since my most recent situation, I'm not rushing anything. I really ain't. So it's kind of like I would love to be fulfilled with a relationship or love, but I'm just not rushing it right now. I'm definitely more in tune with improving my health more than anything right now. So, to answer your question, if my life were to stay the same, I would not be fulfilled. It would more so just make me feel not less bloated, one, and just feeling more healthy enough to like, fix my nutrition. So Will's helping me out with that now. So yeah.
So Cassondra, you're working on health.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, you're working on health.
Mm-hmm.
Megan, you said you're not touching that right now. You're more focused on the career thing.
And I guess my mental somewhat.
And mental health, okay. And for me, I'm just trying to pour into every facet of my life. My mental health, my physical health, my relationship with myself.
Okay.
Career, right. Career and love. I'll just wait till it's not as ghetto outside. And then, I will explore that more. So I hope you out there start to kind of think like, are you fulfilled? Do you feel fulfilled? And if not, how can you get to that place? So join us every Monday.
Like,
comment,
Subscribe.
And guess what's up?